And that introduces us to chapter 13. And the Antichrist is a monster. Look how he's introduced. He's already been called a dragon, but I stood on the sands of the sea, verse 1. I saw a beast, so he's a beast, rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his horn 10 crowns, and on his heads a blasphemous name. I mean, this guy is foul from the start. He's horrible. But if you put everything together, especially Daniel 7 and 9, he is super intelligent. Yeah, that's what daimon means. He's very intelligent. He's probably the smartest human being ever. Now, Jesus was 100% God, 100% man. So, I mean, he's the top of everything. But of all humans, this is the smartest one that's ever walked. He's got all of Satan's power. He's super communicator. I mean, it says this guy can just make everybody. I mean, do you remember Hitler used to be able to mesmerize? There's a movie of him at the, where was it? Munich Stadium. And I think there were 200,000 young people there. And those 200,000, I mean, Hitler was just going on and on and on. They filmed it. And you could see in the faces, those kids, they just started doing their salutes and saying, "We will follow you to death." And they did. And that's World War II. Well, you take the intelligence of Satan, the communication ability of Satan, the political, I mean, Satan's been studying politics. He's the one that was helping Alexander the Great. He helped Genghis Khan make the Mongol Empire the largest in the world. He's the one that's been doing the pharaohs and the Caesars. So he knows politics. He's a super businessman because part of Satan's whole, plan is materialism. He's a great military leader, and boy, he has the biggest ego in the world. All of that's packed into the Antichrist. And remember what Jesus said about Satan. He told the Jewish leaders, "You are of your father, the devil, and the lusts of your father you will do." He was a murderer from the beginning. And he is a liar, and he abides not in the truth. He is the father of lies. That's Satan. Do you remember what I showed you this on Tuesday, yesterday? The picture of earth at Christ's return, deception, lawlessness, all that. But look, we're down here at number 12. The rise of the beast, the dragon, the false prophet. And so that's what's happening. So what does Satan do? Satan is empowering fake signs and wonders. Then I saw another beast. Oh, it's not enough to have the Antichrist. We've got his sidekick, the false prophet, who actually seems to be even more powerful than the Antichrist. The Antichrist is kind of like a figurehead. It's the false prophet. Look what he's doing. He comes up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb. So he looks like a little kind of a cute lamb, like someone would carry around and hug. And he spoke like a dragon. So he looked weak, but he was very powerful. And he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence. He causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So the Antichrist has a mortal wound, and on television everybody sees him die, and this false prophet raises him. He causes him to be healed from his deadly wound. Verse 13, he performs great signs. He can even make fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men. He doesn't stop there. He makes the real Terminator, Satan, plus artificial intelligence, plus this idol that they make. He deceives. He has these signs. He makes an image to the beast who was wounded. He grants power to give breath. It was granted to him to give breath to the image. The image of the beast both speaks and causes, now look at this, as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. There's the ultimate killing machine. That's what this false prophet does. And that's where the mark of the beast is. Do you know how many people I heard from? Hundreds, thousands, that said, "Do you think the vaccine is a mark of the beast?" And you know what I answered them? I said, wait a minute. The mark of the beast you cannot have right now. So it can't be the vaccine or any RNA put in with the vaccine or anything else, because he causes them to receive that mark. It's a mark of ownership that happens at a specific time in the future. It's not having a social security number, and it's not getting a vaccination. It is an allegiance to the name. They have the mark or the name or the number of his name. It's identifying. It was so clear to the Romans. Did you know that the Roman soldiers got the mark of the empire? Slaves got the mark of their owner on them, on their foreheads. Prostitutes had a name so you could pick which one you wanted back then. All of that is clear to them. It was something that they chose to have, and that's what we have.